So this was a big month for me. I was traveling. I traveled almost the whole month of July, and then I came back to Canada in August. And as you guys know, I'm sure a lot of you know, I traveled to Egypt, and I came back in August. So I have some travel favorites for you guys. You will see you'll see pictures or close-ups of the items, just so it's easy for you to see. And without further ado, let's just get right into it. So, first thing I'm just going to show you is a brush. This is just a soft blending brush. I needed a better one. I have one, but I felt like it's gotten dry just over time that I use it. To be honest, I'm not like a huge makeup person. I love to do my makeup. I love makeup products, but I don't go full glam every day. But when I do want to do some eyeshadow, some blending in with my eyeshadow, especially getting in the crease, I've been looking for like a really nice soft blending brush. And I saw this at when I was in Rexall, and I really thought it would work for me. This is definitely really soft. I love it. Obviously, it's in my favorites. It blends really well, and I'm satisfied. There's not really too much I can say. I think NYX as a brand I've liked for a while. I buy a lot of their products. I'm wearing a lip liner now. I did a video on my channel talking about my favorite NYX lip liners. I think I don't think it was lip liners or lip colors, whatever, lip products, and you guys can check that out if you want. I'll put the link of that video below. But I've really liked NYX. They're a cruelty-free brand, and I like the quality of their makeup. And I was definitely really pleasantly surprised with this brush. So next item moving along is this really nice dress. Unfortunately, I won't have like a full... well, actually, I have a picture of me wearing this dress, so I'll definitely show you guys, insert a picture, because it's hard to tell what it looks like. But this is a dress I got from H&M. I bought it in Egypt, and I was really pleased. Normally, I don't really shop at those kinds of stores in Egypt because we have them here. What's the point of buying stuff that we can get here, right? That's kind of defeats the purpose of traveling if you're just going to be doing experiences and buying things that you can just buy back home. Like, you buy stuff that you usually can get there only. But I ended up going to H&M. I don't know why. I just felt like I needed like a few things to refresh my wardrobe. I was looking for a few things, and I ended up just picking up a top in this dress, and I was just really pleasantly surprised with the quality, the way it fits. It's also long enough. I have had a problem with these little t-shirt dresses. They're just so short, and then they shrink even more in the wash, and you're just so uncomfortable in them that you don't want to wear them. Like, I like to look nice, presentable. I like to look pretty. I like to look girly, but I also want to be comfortable, right? So I just felt like this was really nice. It hugged my curves. It looked really good, and it was long enough and not too short. So I'm definitely pleasantly surprised with this dress. I didn't see it at my H&M here, so I didn't feel too bad about buying it there. But yeah, it's definitely a great piece. Another really awesome clothing item that I got in Egypt was this beautiful top here. This top I bought at a bazaar. It's called Khan Khalili. I know my Egyptian friends are going to kill me for pronouncing it if I pronounced it wrong. But we went to Khan Khalili just closer to the end of our stay. I think it was actually, we went the night before the morning that my sister and my mom were going to leave Egypt. I left a few days later, but I decided to take them to Khan Khalili so that we could just get some souvenirs. And I bought a lot of souvenirs my first trip, so I didn't want to go too crazy. But I did see this top, and my boyfriend, he got it for me. He bought it for me. I was so happy. I tried it on. It came in like a really, like a light baby girly pink color, and I was like, no, I can't do it. It was too much commitment. As you can tell, I like black. I do wear obviously other colors. I like colors, but I just feel like when an item is just too flashy, I just won't wear it. But this one, it was just enough, the blingage for me. I can insert, I don't know if I have a picture wearing it. If I do, I will definitely insert it for you guys. So I'm just going to keep going with clothing items, and then closer to the end, I'm just going to creep onto the other items just because it's just easier to organize it that way. So my next item here is a pair of sneakers. So I apologize, they're a bit dirty. I did wear these a lot while I was in Egypt. They were just the sneakers I decided to bring. You should bring, whenever you're traveling, a pair of sneakers, no matter where, whether you're backpacking, just going somewhere. If you're going to a resort, maybe not. But honestly, now that I've been exercising, especially, like I have an exercise routine where I try to exercise at least once a day. I usually exercise 5 to 6 times a week normally, and so it's important for me to get exercise. So when I'm traveling again, it's really important for me to have things to wear to exercise in. So I think even if you're staying at a resort or something, like, and you like to exercise and keep in shape, then I think that this pair of sneakers would be awesome. Though these particular sneakers, they're Adidas. I'm buying these for $50 at Canadian dollars, by the way. I guess I should, I don't know if you guys know I'm Canadian, I'm sure you do, whoever's watching, but I bought these for $50 at the Bay, and there was just some sale shoes, and I was just checking them out, and I was really, really pleased with the quality and what they turned out to be. I couldn't believe I found them for $50 because actually my budget was like about $100, so I actually spent half my budget, and I was really happy with the price, and I was really happy with the quality. The only thing is that there's a small opening on the top, and you just have to fit your foot in there, and for me, I don't have like really big feet, but the problem is just like when you're in a time crunch, they're not easy to slip on, so you really do have to sit down and squeeze them on and tie them up. So if you're somebody who just likes to throw on their shoes, then maybe not. I had to be a little more disciplined and make sure I gave myself some time to put on my shoes. But other than that, I really love those sneakers. So moving on, one last item. I believe this is my last sort of like, not really clothing, but item you wear in your body. If you guys follow me on my Insta story, you'll know I did do a little bit of a preview because I told you guys I was filming this today. And everyone knows because I've also been doing a lot of belly dancing boomerangs with this. I just decided that essentially I'm going to try not to ramble, but that's just me. You guys know I like to ramble. But I'm just gonna tell you guys this. I've been going through, you guys know that I have anxiety, and I've been just trying to change my lifestyle so that I can minimize the amount of anxiety I'm feeling in a day. It's like I said, I have a specific kind of anxiety that plagues me, and I deal with it every day that I work, every day that I wake up and interact with family, friends, everything. It definitely affects me and affects my life. So in order to get that quality of life that I know that I want and I want to get there, I've decided to change my habits and my lifestyle a lot. I've always been up and down. Sometimes I'm really motivated and really go for things, and then other times I'm a little more lazy. I just want to sit around. And I was kind of just going up and down for the past, I would say, almost my whole like young adulthood, which I'm not done my young adulthood, I'm 26, but for most of my life I've just kind of been up and down with motivation, other than when I was younger and I was really into acting. I was really productive and doing a lot when it came to that. But when my young adulthood hit, after my business failed, I kind of was just kind of up and down with life. Really been trying to keep a steady motivational path by having a routine in my life, and also adding things on my life to make my life whole, to be balanced. Because, especially when you have anxiety, you just feel out of balance. You just don't know why your heart's racing, why your stomach's in knots. And you really just have to make sure that your whole life is your whole, in your routine and what's going on in your surroundings, that you try to balance it, especially because if you have anxiety, if you have issues, just like a diabetic, you have to change things that you do, change your habits in order to adapt to this. So, long story short, really, I just honestly really just wanted to change my lifestyle and try to be as consistent as possible, kick my own butt essentially, and just tell myself, you know, even if I don't feel like I want to do it, I have to go for it. I'm gonna make a video on my new sort of like motivation and how I stay motivated, because I've been watching a bunch of motivational videos on YouTube, and I've actually been following this one particular woman, and she's had a lot of amazing things to say about it, and I just want to share that with you guys, so I'll definitely be sharing it with another video. So back to, now that I rambled, I just want to tell you exactly why I started belly dancing and what that has to do with what I just said. So I want to add, like I said, things to my life that give me joy, that give me happiness. And I watched a video recently where a girl was talking about how she was taking pole dancing classes and how it made her feel more feminine. And, you know, I'm not in any type of activity. I literally work, come home, I try to, you know, brainstorm YouTube stuff. I try to post on my social media. I have a lot of things that I do, you know, read, write, exercise, like I said, try to get that in every day, and meditate as well. So these things, they take up a lot of my time in my life, but I wanted to add something to my routine that was going to give me sort of like a unique experience, was going to open my eyes to something new. Because part of, I think, on our daily basis when we have a routine, we're kind of just going with the motions, you know, just doing our routine, going with the flow. So it's nice to add something to your life, especially I think as a woman in particular, add something to make you feel feminine, something new, something to excite you. So I decided to take up belly dancing for that reason. I know that was a long ramble of why I took it up, but I'm very particular. Like, I get a lot of interest, but when I decide to do something, I get very particular about it. I really want to get into it. I want to learn more about it. And belly dancing just seemed like the way to go. I was really inspired when I saw the belly dancers in Egypt, and I just said, why not? You know, I can do belly dancing in my home and try it out. So my mom ended up buying this in Khan Khalili in the same trip that we went. It's hers, but she doesn't really use it, so I've kind of taken it on and use it when I practice my belly dancing, and I love it. It shimmies and shakes, as you can tell. It's fairly big too, like there's a lot to it. It's really, really nice. And I just tie it around my waist, and every day-ish, as much as possible, I just try to watch some belly dancing videos and learn some moves. When I get better, I'll kind of show more maybe, but I don't have the technique perfect, so for now I just kind of do boomerangs on my Insta stories. I definitely would like to do a little bit more, but for now, until I've mastered that technique, I think I'm just going to be a little bit low-key about it. So moving on, I got this book. Actually, I don't know where I got it. This is Psycho by Robert Bloch. It also has Psycho 2 and Psycho House. I would definitely recommend this. I didn't bring this with me to Egypt because it was just way too big, and you really shouldn't be bringing this kind of thing with you when you're traveling. This is just so excess. I brought a different book, and even that was kind of big, but it was a shame because I was reading this before I left for Egypt, so for a month I didn't get to read it. But I read a large portion of it. I only read Psycho, and it's fairly small. There's about 17 or 19 chapters, and it really shouldn't have taken me as long as it did, but like I said, I was traveling, and when I came back, I finished this book, and I was so pleasantly surprised. I was really happy with it. I thought it was such a good story. I don't know, I'm sure many of you know I'm a writer, so I love to read. And I need to read to help me to hone my craft, and I definitely really inspired. I love the story. I love the idea of it. I love it, the way it was written, and I definitely what inspired me the most actually was that it was short, and I have a problem with completing my work, so it's really inspirational for me to see writers who can condense their work or write something short and sweet and also very impactful. So I definitely recommend that. If you don't know what it's about, I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but Psycho, if you haven't already heard of it, I'm sure you have, is about a serial killer, essentially. I don't know if you'd call him serial, but he's a murderer, and he murders people, and I don't want to spoil it, like I said. I think I might have actually just by saying that. It's just very easy to spoil. Spoiler alert, but essentially Norman Bates and his mother run a motel, and this is a spooky motel where people go missing and get murdered. So definitely check that out if you like that kind of stuff. I do, and I'm actually really looking forward to the movie It. I know that Stephen King also has a book out on that, and I definitely would like to check that out as well. Moving on, I also have this that I want to show you guys. This is my humidifier. This I might have showed in a previous favorites, I don't remember, but this definitely is amazing. You just open it up and you put your essential oil in it with some water. It's really easy. You literally just pour, like, you don't have to put, don't put too much, but you just kind of pour a little bit of water in, you know, just so it's in there, and then some essential oils. It smells so good right now. I have eucalyptus in there, and it's so nice. So I just put a little bit of water in my essential oils, and then I turn it on, and it's not plugged in right now, but you guys will see the clip. You turn it on, and there's a bunch of different lightings that you can choose from, and you can change the settings on this, so you can go for 1, 3, or 6 hours depending on how long you want it. It's just really easy. I really recommend anyone to have it. I bought it on Amazon. If I can, I'll put all the links of all these items below just so it's easy for you guys. But I definitely love that. It's a really relaxing to have if you're reading or just writing or just trying to relax. It's just really nice to have it in the air. I think I'm almost done. So one more thing. Like I said, I'm not gonna bring it on here because I don't have a lot of space to show you guys, but you will see the clip. I bought 2 Delsey suitcases. It came actually together. I bought a small one and a larger one. I didn't know too much about Delsey. I knew more about, I think it's called Swiss something and Samsonite. I know that those are like really big brands, and they have like really well-made suitcases. So the story behind the suitcases is when I was traveling in Egypt the first time, I had a bag on my shoulder, just a big bag, like a purse bag, like it was a big bag, and it was actually really heavy, like it wasn't even lightweight. My grandmother gave it to me. It's a really nice bag, but unfortunately it did break when I was there, so I didn't take it home with me. But another reason why it wasn't so practical is just because it was very heavy on my shoulder, and I usually take a lot of layovers. I take a cheaper ticket, and that gives me a lot of layovers. And even in general, just traveling around a large airport, you're going to be walking a lot, so it's really not a good idea to have something that you have to carry on your just one shoulder that's heavy, especially if you are carrying a lot of items like I do. So for me, the easiest thing for me to do was just to get a small little carry-on bag, a small little carry-on suitcase, and then like a small kind of shoulder bag that held other items in it. So I took the smaller Delsey suitcase, and I decided to buy one just because I was struggling so much my first trip. So I had the black bag on top of the small suitcase, and I rolled the suitcase with the bag on top, and nothing was on my person. It was so light, so easy. I just want to say that those Delsey suitcases are so amazing. They glide so effortlessly around the airport. I was pleasantly surprised. I did a bunch of layovers, a lot of layovers. I won't even get into that. Maybe I'll talk in another video about my travel adventures. But I did so many layovers. Venice, Rome, this is including 2 trips, Munich, London. So I did a lot of layovers to a lot of different places, and the airports are very, very big, so I just wanted something very easy for me. And honestly, those suitcases were just so easy to glide around in the airports. So I would definitely recommend them for anyone that wants it. And I actually ended up only paying, I think it was $100. So I can't believe it. That was an amazing deal. Those suitcases are so beautiful, so awesome. For my next trip, I'm just going to take the small one with me with a bag, and I'm good to go. So my next item, I'm just trying to think. I have an app. So this is an app. It's called Beachbody. I'm just going to show it to you guys just because this is the best way I can show it to you. And so this is the app. I don't know if you can see, just waiting for the light to be a little better. So this is the so the lighting's difficult, but this is, if I can insert some kind of a clip, this is the Beachbody app. This app was for a program that I bought into. I ended up buying a personal trainer, some Shakeology protein or all around the nutrition powder, and this app. So the app was included in this sort of package. A friend of mine reached out to me and ended up buying into it. So the Beachbody app is what I've been using to work out for the past month, and even before that. So what I do is I just go on and I pick an item, a workout from the list, and they keep adding new workouts too, and I just go for it. So normally it's good to exercise like at least 30 minutes, especially I do like high intensity, so 30 minutes are definitely enough for me. So I just pick one. Normally it's about 30 minutes and whatever I want to work on that day. I would recommend the app. It's really easy to use. I like to work out at home. I don't have to be motivated to go somewhere, so I just kind of get up, put on my workout clothes, and exercise here. And I'm very pleased with it. It's an awesome app. I like the how user-friendly it is. There's definitely a lot of people on there I like to watch. There's a girl on there, I can't remember her name, that I like to watch. And there's a guy, he's like my ultimate favorite, Sean T. I follow him on Instagram, and sometimes I tag him whenever I post any like videos that I worked out to. So I think he's really motivational, and it helps me to stay motivated while I work out. So that's it, you guys, for my monthly favorites. Wait, I have one more item that you guys will see in my clip is my MacBook. So I'm currently filming on my MacBook. As I said, I'm using a photo booth to film this. I'm using my Mac to film this. This laptop I've been using to film my videos, edit my videos, and I am just eternally grateful for this. My mom got it for me, and out of donations. These were donations, it's a long story, but it's not something I'm going to talk about right now, but later on I can kind of explain what that was. But for right now, I'm just eternally grateful for this laptop. It's helped me so much in terms of accomplishing what I want. Like I said, I'm really trying to focus on my dreams, and YouTube has been a big part of that. And I'm just so happy for this laptop, so grateful, because I've been able to do a lot of things, also to Skype with my boyfriend who lives in Egypt. So it's just been really nice to have this, because it's just been so helpful for me. I won't really go into too many details. A lot of people have the MacBook Air or MacBook Pro, whatever you want to call it. This is the MacBook Air, and if you guys want like a more in detail review, you can let me know. But in general, it's great. It's really easy to use, user friendly, and I'm really happy with it, like I said. So I just want to let you guys know that I just want to say thank you for subscribing to my channel. Please, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments down below what your favorites for the month was. I know this video is up a bit late, but for me, it's better late than never. I do work full time. I guess you guys know I got a job recently, so it's kind of hard for me to get out the videos as much as I can. So for me, as long as they come out, even if they come out late, I'm happy. So once again, thank you so much for watching my video, and I really hope you stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, and give me a thumbs up. I will definitely see you guys in my next one. Bye!